Everyone. I am doing a live stream as always. Yeah, what's up, everyone? How is everyone doing? My 4th of July was pretty good. I had two beers and stuff. So, yeah. Hey, Gus. How was your 4th of July? Oh, hey, Antony. That's good to hear. I will. Um, I will send you the link. Of course, obviously, this is for Antony. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, Gus. But yeah. So here's the link. I haven't seen you in quite a while, Antony. How was your 4th of July? Hey, Tony
Hey,
Montana.
hey,
Hey,
Tyranno.
hey, Antony.
How have you
So
been?
how was your holiday?
Well, it's been rather productive. I mean, I did my own streaming on my channel, and I endured quite a long ass walk today. Well, throughout I would say extending like 2 hours 40 minutes
Oh, damn.
in total. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Um.
you in quite a while.
mm, I've been quite busy with my master's thesis, and let's just say that there's a lot of pressure going on me. A lot's going on in here, if you know what I mean.
Like you've been
Um,
very busy as hell.
yeah. I mean, it's not just the fact that I'm continuously trying to make this master's thesis work, but also the fact that I just want to keep on, growing my content, growing my channel, because I'm currently at 2,289 subscribers.
Wow. Damn.
So just 11 more until I hit the big 2300.
Meanwhile, for me, I got 1,000 something subscribers, but it's better than nothing.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah. I've been, well, what last week, I believe I interviewed someone. So,
Mm,
yeah.
fascinating.
And I want to interview more people. Hey, Don Diego.
What's up, man? Yeah, I think that would be really nice to connect with a lot more people, because it also does build up your, you know, um, resume and what you want to do as well. So I say go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how have things been, Terreno?
Things are pretty good. Um, have you seen Eric and Jukebox Films in a while?
Ty, I have, yes. In fact, he was on my channel while my live stream yesterday.
Oh, interesting.
We exchanged some wonderful and thrilling words.
Yeah, let's just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I have a, well, situation, you could say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that I am
But
not going to
I'm
mention.
not trying to be like sarcastic about it. They really were wonderful and thrilling words.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
Yeah, but it's legit. It's legit. No worries. You don't have to
Yeah,
worry about it. I mean,
yeah.
like I said,
Um,
and I will always argue that Ty is a great guy, and I'm very happy to have him on my channel.
yeah, yeah, he is. It's just that he
So,
talks a lot, but
well, he's
I
got a
try.
lot going on. He's got a lot going
Yeah,
on, and I understand where he's coming
I know.
from. I mean, I'm
I know.
on
It's
board.
just that, like, I don't know. It's just that
Well, say it.
I want to talk. It's just that I want to talk, but then again, it is what it is.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat. I mean, whatever floats your boat, man.
Yeah.
And aside from like my academic endeavors and my YouTube endeavors, I've also been busy with, you know, writing. There's still a lot of Inu Aya related stuff going on and dancing around in my mind.
You're still into that anime show, that Uyuyasha?
Well, mainly the pairing, Inu Aya,
Io
because
Io or whatever.
yeah, Inuyasha and Ayame,
Oh.
because I will I will say this once and I'll say this again. I despise both Inu Kag and Inu Keek. I never got the appeal of them anyway.
Huh.
Yeah, but it is what it is. You know, I used to have something personal against anybody who supports those type of pairings, but it's like these days it's just like, one man's meat is another man's poison. That's sort of the attitude I continue to have.
Yeah. I Fuck. What was I supposed to say? Um been still working at the park and stuff like that. I don't know. I think I told you last time I'm watching Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You've been catching up with it.
Yeah. So now I'm on I believe is Yusuke's ancestor.
Ooh, Raiden.
Yeah. Or his father or great grandfather or whatever. I don't know.
Well, let's just say father.
Yeah. To be more exact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far. And it's still a good anime. It's just that, like, I know that a lot of people told me I should watch other anime, and you know what? I am Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that all my entire life I've been watching Dragon Ball constantly.
Yeah, I could actually recommend you other anime because Yu Yu Hakusho, as I'll always argue, it is one of the shonen anime that has a lot of substance to it because, I don't like to keep shading on Dragon Ball Z, but I'm going to do it anyway.
It's just that, like, for me, I am more about action, power scaling, and etc. Even though power scaling can get a lot of headaches at times, but
yeah,
still, like, I just don't like when fans say that, oh, this character can beat Goku or whatever. I'm like, where's your evidence of proof?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why at the time I didn't like to watch other anime because of those clowns. But then again, I could do whatever the hell I want.
Well, Mr. Dino Diego, it's been very busy. I mean, I've streamed on my channel. I've done what I had to do, and I'm still doing what I have to do. So, obligations galore.
Mine was pretty good. I had ribs and stuff. I had 2 beers, and that's pretty much it. I forget what the company is called. It's I had a watermelon and a blueberry one. Well, blueberry first, and then the watermelon. I just forget the company.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the Godzilla fandom. It's out of control too. Like,
oh my,
they argue about which is the strongest Godzilla, which is the best Godzilla design, which which is this and this. Like, there's a lot of any type of pop culture fandom is going to be out of control.
Yeah, I've dealt with that too. I mean, I think we've all dealt with that. I mean, it's become
Yeah.
par for the course.
Yeah, that's why, like, I don't focus on power scaling that much because it's just because people are going to downplay you or saying that, oh, you're a fanboy because of this or whatever.
It's even worse when you have social justice warriors or social justice warrior wannabes on board. Like, if you say you hate a certain female character and you've given some reasons why, then there are those who will just say that you hate women. Or just
that's exactly the same thing. Even on Facebook too, because I was posting the shittiest rappers ever: Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, and Eminem. No, not Eminem. Lil Wang. I ranked them as like my least favorite rappers, and it turns out there was this one girl that says that, oh, I'm a sexist or whatever.
Man,
no, I just don't like them. They're big drama queens.
Yeah, that's just something that I've grown very sick and tired of when it comes to these social justice warriors wannabes. It's like, come on. Just because we don't like a character means that we hate all women. It's like,
yeah, I don't hate
it's your hang up. That's what I could have told that loser, or especially those losers on Twitter. It's their hang.
Fuck Twitter.
It's their hang up. It's not mine, because apparently they're just too sheltered to even care. And I get it. Twitter, and I'm still going to call it Twitter, you know, it's one of those social media sites that kind of makes you realize just how stupid and pathetic and toxic people can be, especially when they're hiding behind some screen. And at that point in time, it's
Certainly.
just like, people just don't want to listen. They just want to be all like kids covering their ears or little children covering up their ears without refusing to understand. And it's like, that's not how you construct healthy and engaging communications with each other. That's not how you do it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. And even like if you, yeah, like even like if you don't like a female character, yeah, they're gonna say that you're a sexist or whatever.
Yeah, because we're living in a world where people want to be social justice warriors. And I get it. There are moments where representation matters, whether you're a person of color or if you're a woman or both, or you're from the LGB community. I don't mind. But sometimes I feel like the agenda tends to override whatever narrative promise any creative media
Yeah.
possesses.
And you know what's funny is that people think that, well, now people want to think that everything's political now. They want everything to be political.
Yeah. They're just
It's
trying to
ridiculous.
bootlick because, it's what's in. When in fact the problem when in fact, you know, with entertainment, I think it's better when you use politics just for satire and not to indoctrinate people. It's like
Yeah.
whatever happened to biting satire. That I think it really does take a skilled writer and a skilled mind to really have a go at biting satire.
Yeah. Like what's next? Like, oh, if you fart, you're a sexist? Like, okay, I farted.
Yeah.
I'm just like saying something really silly.
Mhm.
They're gonna say that, oh, like I farted, and then they're gonna complain all day.
Mm. Hey, it's no problem, Mr. Dino Diego. I wish you well.
Yeah,
But
me too.
yeah, I think it's just kind of shows you right there that people are just becoming, more triggered and for very stupid reasons. I mean, sometimes I hate it when people say, I've been traumatized, I've been traumatized. Yeah, I do tend to spam that word too. But these days, I also have to think about traumatized in the context that there have been, you know, our forefathers who have served in the army and served in various wars. And
Yeah,
you haven't really seen trauma until you start understanding the people they've lost, the lives that had to be sacrificed, and their livelihood almost about to be on the line. So it's
exactly.
like whenever I hear someone talk to me about trauma, well, you haven't seen what these people, men and women, had to endure just to fight for national freedom. I don't care where you're based in, whether you're from the States, whether from the Philippines, whether you're from Germany, I don't care. It's like, if you don't really think about it, then why even bother? If you don't
And
even, or
people
excuse me,
also
yeah,
and
like,
people also say that, oh, this something ruined my childhood or whatever. My character ruined my childhood. No,
yeah,
the only thing that ruins your childhood is some asshole who ruined your childhood.
yeah. I
You know,
mean, I mean,
like a
I've
parent
had a
or whatever.
frank chat with a colleague and really good friend. Well, a good friend on DeviantArt. I mean, because the contention I've had with my grades and just trying to do extremely well in school, it's nothing compared to a lot of the abuse that kids endure. It's nothing compared to, you know, kids and teenagers being in really shitty situations, really shitty living conditions, and just trying to get by with selling drugs for a living.
Yeah, I was gonna
selling
say
their
that.
bodies for a living. It's just like it shakes me to my core thinking about it because children and teenagers, they deserve to be protected.
Yeah, although there are some children and teenagers that like to fuck things up a lot. Like for
Hmm.
example, when I work at the park, they like to spray paint walls and flip over trash cans literally, and I get really pissed off about that. But I'm not pissed off at the kids, but I should have been pissed off at the children. I mean at the
Parents.
parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, because they're the ones who are responsible for their children's well-being and trying to make sure that they examine some sense of decorum.
Yeah. And I also feel bad for my older brother because at the time when he lived in Philly, he got jumped by a bunch of 14-year-old punky kids at a
Damn,
subway.
that's terrible.
Yeah, and
Mm.
blame I blame Philadelphia for him because I hate Philly. Even though I never lived in
Yeah,
Philly, but I would never last in Philly.
yeah. Philadelphia seems to have quite the major rap sheet when it comes to crime and how it's portrayed in the media as some
They kill
sort of,
people.
yeah. I mean, one of my favorite shows of all time, and I'm writing a master's thesis about how fatherhood is represented. Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Now, Philadelphia transplant, living in a mostly urbanized and um, not so socioeconomically advanced area of West Philadelphia, and he gets transported to Bel Air, California, because his mother has been scared of, you know, Will constantly being beaten and bullied and all that shit. Not to mention, West Philadelphia or East Philadelphia, it's also the setting of Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. And they pretty much made like the junkyard or the dumping ground their home and their hangout.
Yeah,
So how
not to
Philadelphia is
mention.
portrayed by the media and especially visual media, I can definitely see where you're coming from because Philadelphia seems to get such a bad rap, and there are also some shitheads from Philadelphia that kind of drive the place to its knees.
Not just that, but there's murderers and there's also like dead bodies. My older brother told me, like he
Oh my
literally saw dead bodies in Philly that someone passed out of a overdose or murdered. I don't know.
oh my god.
Yeah, and you know what's also is also bad is is there's a state, well there a county that where I live. Well, I don't live in that county, but it's close by, sort of close by. It's called Camden, New Jersey, and Camden is basically like Philly, but
Oh
much
my.
worse. I heard. Yeah, Camden is not a nice place to live.
Oh my.
Yeah, it used to be a really good town. I heard, but it's a dump. Yeah, that's the only positive side is that the Philadelphia Zoo. But other than that, Philly's not a good place to live.
Mm, yeah, unfortunately. Because the thing I've also had to understand about Philadelphia is that it's not just the question of the crime rate, but also dealing with like um also violence and
Oh shit.
just a whole bunch of people who are just completely completely out of sorts with themselves.
Yeah. Have you been to Philly before?
No,
Thank God. You would not survive there, I heard.
Yeah, I think given the crime that's happening there and all the all the shit that's going on, oh dear.
There's murder. Like, there's literally murdering every day. Like, people murder each other every day.
Yeah.
Stupid reasons.
People say that Philly is the city of brotherly love, but it's like it's the city of just sheer effing insanity.
Oh, actually, I remember now. Lil Wayne wasn't that male rapper on that list. Hey, of the girls, you also been sexist. Oh yeah, 6ix9ine. Yeah, fuck 6ix9ine. I'm glad
Oh,
that people in Chicago are beating the fuck out of him because 6ix9ine's a freak. He's a snitch, I heard, and he deserves to get beat up.
oh dear.
You know 6ix9ine, right?
No.
The guy with the he's a rapper who has like rainbow hair and rainbow teeth. Like like he, and a lot of people don't like him because
Mm-hmm.
I heard that he people ratted him out or whatever. He
Mm-hmm.
and they hate him. Um,
Oh boy.
oh, guess what? I heard that Nicki Minaj got arrested in the
Whoa.
Philippines.
What the
I mean,
hell?
not in the Philippines. She got arrested in Amsterdam because you can't
Oh,
bring drugs there.
yikes.
Yeah, I'm glad. I am so glad that she got arrested
Why is that?
because I fucking hate her.
Oh, okay.
I
Fair
fucking
enough.
hate Nicki Minaj. I want to smack her in the mouth.
So you think that Nicki Minaj isn't really that talented and it's just
No,
something. Uh-huh.
no. I'm not really a fan of rappers, but I do like some rappers. Like I do like
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the um who's that guy? Oh, Snoop Dogg. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Snoop Dogg's pretty good. Um there's also another rapper that I actually like. He's kind of old school. Um
mm-hmm.
and he's also in a couple of movies. He was in Anaconda.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I'm trying to look for him. I actually like some of his music. Even though, like I said before, I am not a rapper. Okay. Oh, fucking hell. Come on, you piece of shit laptop. Come on, you motherfucker. Let's see here. Come on, motherfucker.
Oh, what's going on now?
And Conda. 97 movie. Oh, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ice
Oh,
Cube.
yeah, Ice Cube. Yeah, I also like Will Smith in his prime. I mean, when he was still a rap star. Aside from that, I also, I also like, I also like Belle Biv DeVoe, Effect, Das Effects. Oh man, I always forget the people who sang who did OPP. Moving on.
This is the
Naughty
guy
by Nature.
that
Naughty by Nature. Yeah, Naughty by Nature. I definitely have been enjoying them ever since I've been having a go at. Oh my word! Who is that?
that's 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine.
Yeah, they
Look,
hate him.
by the looks of him, I could barely care about him. I'd rather have real rappers like Naughty by Nature, real R&B artists like Belle Biv DeVoe, anybody but that kid. Anybody but him, please.
Yeah.
Even I have my standards when it comes to
There was a video.
R&B, hip hop, and rap.
There was a video of him in Chicago that I think some guy stole his shirt and he became shirtless.
What?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Arrested and booked after allegedly beating rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh.
43-year-old Rafael Medina Jr.
I'm trying to find the
But the group ran off after gym employees were approaching.
Oh God.
After that, Tekashi 6ix9ine can be seen on the video walking away with a look on his face. In a statement, his attorney said, quote, he had cuts to his face and bruises. Following the attack, the rapper was taken to the hospital. He sustained non-life-threatening injuries.
Yeah. God, oh. You heard that my fan star. Interesting.
Indeed.
I like some rappers, but I also like rock rap band Hollywood. Oh, I'm not a fan of what's the company called? Linkin Park. I don't know why I don't like Linkin Park. I guess it's because that they were too much emo.
I grew up with Linkin Park, and I actually I've learned to like them a lot more.
Yeah, but I mean, one of them passed away, but
Yeah,
don't do
Chester
drugs.
Bennington.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Don't do goddamn drugs.
Indeed.
Yeah. That's what I always say. And that's why, like, even though that I kind of feel bad for them, it's just that I always hate when people do drugs.
You're not the only one. Hey, I assure you, you're not the only one who doesn't
Like it doesn't
when
matter
drugs
who
hit.
you're famous or who, like, it doesn't matter who you are or even if you're a famous person or whatever, I'm going to hate you for doing drugs.
True story. I
thought he did drugs.
Oh. Well, I think. Hang on. Let me.
Hello, Rex.
I think with Chester Bennington, he probably might have had some mental health issues. Hang on.
For some reason, I thought he had a cocaine overdose.
Well, let's see right here because. Aha. Well, now I could see where you're coming from. Started abusing alcohol, marijuana, opium, cocaine, meth, and LSD.
Oh, so I was right.
He
did cocaine.
Yeah. Apparently, ooh, suicide by hanging.
Oh, really? He did?
Yeah, suicide by hanging, as I found out.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's just, every time I think about Mr. Bennington, I'm like completely, I'm just left for freaking words.
Yeah. And by the way, and speaking of which, like, I have a couple of female characters in pop culture I really like. I like Gwen from Total Drama, even though they
Uh-huh.
fucked her character up in the newer seasons. But in the first season, she was my favorite character. And when I
Hmm.
was a kid, I always ranked her as the hottest character ever.
Hmm.
I don't know if you ever watched that show or
I
not.
did watch Total Drama Island, and it's a fun show from time to time, but it's not one that I have too many fond memories of. And
It's
here's
just
also another thing. It's very unfair that Chester Bennington passed away, but this Ian Watkins bastard from Lost Prophets, uh, he's still alive, but is still like in freaking prison.
Jesus Christ.
You know him?
No.
Well, be thankful that you didn't, because Ian Watkins was the front man of a rock band, a Welsh rock band called Lost Prophets, back in 1997. And let's just say that he became infamous for wanting his way with young kids. And
Oh, so he's petty.
yeah,
Well, makes me want to smack him in the mouth.
yeah, no shit. So he
I
was
wanna
apprehended back on December 17, 2012. So he it's really sad because this guy, as I read his bio, he had first class honors in graphic design. He had a first class honors degree, so he did really well in his uni, exceptionally well in his uni. But the fact that he used his celebrity status to do all these shit things, ugh. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it, but fuck him.
Yeah, I feel like to step on his testicles, like Mike Tyson said.
No fucking shit, man.
Like in an interview, Mike Tyson was got interviewed by these people, and he said that, "Oh, I wish I had some kids that I can step on and kick stuck on their testicles or whatever," because
Yeah.
that's what the man I had.
Well, after Ian Watkins thankfully got kicked out, the rest of the the rest of the bands, ended up reforming as No Devotion, led by Jeff Rickley of the band Thursday, combined with Stu Richardson and Lee Gaze. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it really does make me feel, just shows you right there that there's this anger I have against Ian Watkins for using his celebrity status and his intelligence, his academic intelligence, to just fudge kids over. And it's like, there's a reason why I don't even want to listen to Lost Prophets or don't even want to bother with them at all. Because, like, ugh, the level of child abuse that Watkins bastard did is just enough to get me fucking angry.
yeah. How was your 4th of July, Rex? Uh, yeah, people, people fucked up a lot of things. I don't know why.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what's funny is that
It's
now,
like it's like when I compare Chester Bennington and that shithead. Who was that? Ian Watkins. It's like you just have to watch. There's an interview I want to show you. Ian Watkins and Chester Bennington. Seriously.
but
Let's just
copyright.
say, yeah. You know what? I would love to show you an interview with Ian Watkins and Chester Bennington. Maybe you could find something. Maybe you could find something that you could analyze with. I don't know.
Um, Ian Watkins and who?
Chester Bennington.
And Chester Bennington.
Yep. Check it out.
Is it give me a second. Is it this one?
Hold up. Yeah. Check it out, man.
Is that one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it after the live stream.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Who else? Oh, and now there's gonna be people that are gonna think that it's okay to be an animal. Like it's okay for them to be born as a dog or whatever. No, you're not born as a dog. You're born
Oh
as
God.
Yeah, Therians. Have you dealt with them before?
Which ones?
A Therian. Like people who
Yep.
think that they're born as a cat, a dog, a horse, or whatever.
I don't want to be around these people.
There's even a video I posted, and there was this woman who says that, I am born as a hawk,
Oh my
but
God.
I am not. But my human name, I don't have a human. Or she said something really stupid.
Gosh. Don't even get me started.
So you have dealt with those people before.
I've watched them on social media, on Twitter, anywhere, and people making like reaction videos of them, and I'm like, why bother? It's maybe there's just one reason why I'm actually happy being normal.
Yeah. Thank God I'm
Because
normal.
I've seen these shitheads just go on and on and on, and I'm like,
And there's climate change activists. Now, obviously, in your country, in Germany, there's a lot of climate change activists in your country. No offense.
Yep.
Have they blocked the road before? Well,
Not that I know of. Whenever I was walking outside.
Good. Because I'm afraid that, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. This year, there's going to be a museum coming out, and I don't know if there are going to be those type of people that will destroy the museum or not, because a couple of months ago, I think it was either in Germany or Amsterdam, I can't remember, but they went there and they threw this orange crap in this dinosaur fossil museum.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
by the way, man, in Italy, when you in the Spanish Steps, there were some activists who were pouring on like red paint on the Spanish Steps.
Yeah, and in Britain they were doing architect too. The stone architect.
It's like these people are being completely stupid, and there are some lines that they should never fudging cross. They should never fucking cross, that they do it anyway. That's being stupid. That's not being an activist.
Yeah, I would love to beat them up someday.
You know, here's my take on activism, and something that I've continued to learn about activism. Activism should inspire social change, not regression. I mean, these people think they're being progressive, but in fact, they're just being regressive by not acknowledging that there are some places that have historical value.
And they think that everything needs to be stopped oil. Some jackets are made out of oil. Your hair is made out of oil. Like if you're working at an oily place, of course.
They choose to blindly follow the trend of what can, quote unquote, make people arise. but they don't really critically think about it. They don't critically engage with what they want to fight for.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, leave them alone. Like, stop blocking the freaking roads.
Exactly. So I'm like, the logic that these people have is just rock bottom.
Like, I don't know. They just make me mad. These people. Like, thank God I never dealt with them before, and I hope not. But you never know.
Yeah, you'll never know what's gonna happen until it's too freaking late.
I know it happens usually in cities. Like, even in Philly, I heard they do that
Oh
too.
man. Oh god.
But that doesn't surprise me.
Mm.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was busy, Garrett. It's been very busy, man.
I didn't know that in Germany they celebrate 4th of July.
Well, I guess certain American expats here, or those who are of American descent or something. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Because I always thought that, well, 4th of July is an American holiday.
Yeah, for sure. But even when I was growing up in the Philippines, I've also celebrated that. You know,
Is the Philippines right next? Is off the coast of America?
Southeast Asia, and
Oh, never mind then.
Philippines has its own Independence Day every June 12th.
I didn't know that.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember years ago when I was in Mexico in 2015. There was these like Canadian couple. I think they were from Canada, but they were like arguing at some stupid. They were arguing about, oh, is Puerto Rico in America? And like they were going back and forth, and all of a sudden the girlfriend just, bam, punches the boyfriend right in the mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, they were both drunk, and it's just something stupid. It's just a stupid argument because, well, is Puerto Rico part of America,
Mm.
or you don't know?
Well, technically it's sort of a half and half deal. I think it's got a pretty tough history. Same goes with Hawaii. I would still kind of like
I
I would
thought
still
Hawaii is
say
part of
Hawaii.
America.
Yeah, Hawaii is kind of like technically part of the US.
Oh, yeah. Because I always thought that Puerto Rico is in Central America.
Yeah.
So, you think you'll ever come back in America?
Probably to give lectures.
Oh,
I would kind of like to, but it depends on which state. Hawaii, despite it being expensive and despite having its own fair share of troubles, it seems rather promising.
the only thing Hawaii has is like hurricanes and shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I can't. But then again, the Philippines has its share of typhoons.
Yeah, well, that's because it's in an island, so it makes sense.
Yeah, no shit. So, uh, it's had its fair share of typhoons, and yeah, with Hawaii, I mean, it's not too far behind because with Hawaii, there are people of Asian descent who are also native Hawaiians. Some of them have also been immigrating there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, in Hawaii, there's a lot of people there in Hawaii who are of Filipino descent and who are of like Chinese descent, Japanese descent, Korean descent. So there's a lot of Asian influence in Hawaii.
Yeah, I heard that. I thought it was usually the Japanese, but it's
Yeah,
Chinese
same.
and
Yeah.
Filipino people. I didn't know that.
My dad used to go to high school in Hawaii. Seabury Hall is where he went to school.
Yeah, interesting.
hmm
Also, you should not hold someone's past where they're used to do drugs or alcohol against them still later in life if they have already completely stopped for a long ago and stopped. I mean, that's true. It's just that like if they're doing it still, I'm gonna be an asshole. But if they stopped,
Yeah.
I am not.
Yeah, that's true.
It was an exactly long time ago, and Chester completely stopped way before. Really? Because I thought he was still doing drugs while he was doing the band and stuff.
I think he still had. I think it was just the recovery that he had to endure because you'll never know until drugs fuck you over.
Yeah. I mean, like, for example, there was a fella I know, he was sort of in the Jackass crew. Um, well, he was like part of the franchise named Brandon Novak, and I used to hate Brandon Novak because he used to do a lot of heroin. But now, since in 2016, I think it was 2015, 16, now he's been sobering up. Like, well, he's been sober since then, and now I like Novak because he's a better person now. Like,
Oh,
he's much of a better person,
right.
you know. Because back then, they used to pick on him. Because he did the drugs and shit. He used to be naked all the time.
Duh.
He got arrested.
Oh my.
Yeah, but now he's just a better person now.
Okay, fair enough.
Correction, Chester did stop while he was famous during the middle of his career. I didn't know that.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, sometimes I can be an asshole.
Hmm. I know how you feel.
It's just that, like, people
I
get so
think
sensitive of
I
everything.
think it's just that when you have a go at trying to be nice to everybody, and it's a nice feeling to be kind and all that, but when there are those who've taken advantage of your kindness and just choose to fudge you over just for their own stupid personal gain, it's not. There are some friendships that are just not worth it. Listen, I've had to
Yeah.
learn it the hard way when I was a teenager. Okay, you know, I don't really miss my high school that much because I've realized that there were some habits that got me into those doldrums. Yes, I was well behaved. Yes, I was, for the most part, trying to be like the sort of class pacifist, the class angel, the class this and that. Even the class Boy Scout, trying to be very obedient to everybody and trying to like be loyal as well to maintain some sense of loyalty and decorum because you know how it is when you are in a school full of privileged kids, right? There
Yeah,
has
I
to be a
think
sense
so.
of decorum, but even when those privileged kids tend to, you know, overstep their boundaries and tend to act like jerks. Although there are some that I've learned to appreciate a little bit more because we've been nice to each other.
Yeah, for me, I hated school. I just hated school. And
Mm.
honestly, I was angry all the time. I was really
Mm.
angry, and I don't know why.
I suppressed a lot when I was in school, and I
I even had
tried.
art.
It's
What?
like, I suppressed way too much when I was in high school. It's like, if I dared to, you know, keep honest with myself and say, yeah, I was
I
thinking
was.
about this and that, I would have been judged. And that's the thing. Sometimes being judged, ugh,
Yeah,
sucks.
I got. I used to suppress my anger to a little bit, but I just got angry more and more and more. In junior year, what's funny is that in junior year, I actually had a happy time, but until like at the very end, I became a little angry because at prom. And then in senior year, I just wanted to get the hell out of here and I was angry.
Yeah,
And
I feel you.
I also, but I did. I did. But even like afterwards, I was still angry. Even though this was funny to say, but when I worked at Walmart, I was thinking about school and stuff like that. Like I was so mad. I was like a ticking time bomb, you could say.
Mm, yeah, I mean, high school for me, oh my God. Even though I loved singing and acting and a lot of the performing arts stuff, academically speaking, when I look back at it, oh my God, it was a bit of a hot mess. I mean, I don't know how I managed to, you know, pass all my subjects that well and yet still find myself in a bit of a rut. The only time I had like anything that was on the 90% line was just once. And then somewhere along the line, even after all that shit that was going on, I ended up graduating with honors. So there's something that's called like there's a
Yeah.
little bit of,
And
catharsis
I
that happened. So
and I
it's not only
even
me graduating with honors, but also graduating with other awards too, like Little Prince Award for Best Behavior and what do you call this? Violinist of the Year and Best in Performing Arts and a loyalty medal for sticking throughout all 4 years of high school.
but for me like I've been I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just that like I get angry about the past
Mm,
and it was like stuck in my mind. Like I was just fucked up, you
right.
know? Like but then like finally when I took my antidepressant, I felt much better, you know? But it's just that I don't think it as much as I used to. It's just that I just get angry because I just I don't know why. I guess it's
Mhm.
because that I didn't go to college. Maybe that's why. But I heard that college is a waste of time.
Well, especially in the United States,
Yeah.
because well, if you're not careful with your finances and if you get out loans, then it's going to fudge you up financially. I mean, prioritize more on scholarships and grants or
But
go to trade school.
nah, I'm not into school. That's the problem. I just
Okay.
like to be a free man.
Well, trade school, well, because the thing about trade school is I've learned from people like Fabio and certain other people who've been through trade school is that your likelihood of at least earning well for yourself can be quite high so long as you do the work.
Yeah.
And I could understand why, college can be a very contentious thing because it's an investment. Number one. Number two, it's also a question about how much are you willing to go in terms of like making sure that you're not in academic probation or like trying to make sure that you pass all your subjects or succeed in all your subjects so that you could have those nice Latin honors, right?
Yeah.
Look at me, I've dealt with, in my bachelor's, 2 semesters that found me in rather compromising positions in terms of my grades. Yes, while I still passed all the subjects, the grades that I had back then weren't really as fantastic, were not really great. And then I got better slightly. I elevated a bit more, but there were also some harsh lessons I learned from those experiences. Well, thank goodness that in German standards, I at least graduated with a 2.0, which in the United States is like an equivalent to 3.3, a 3.3 GPA. Yeah, in a 2.0 here in Germany, as I've researched, it actually makes me acceptable to graduate with cum laude or with honors, mostly in community colleges. But there's just this whole grade conversion from German to US GPA that can be very contentious. But from what people have told me when I said that, yeah, I graduated with a 2.0 from a university, and as I also found out by myself what that entailed, to me, graduating upper second class honors or second class honors upper division isn't that bad at all. It actually brought a sense of pride in me because I worked my ass off just to make sure that I passed all my subjects and didn't have to repeat anything.
Yeah.
you know but
Um.
there were occasions where I had to like redo a couple of classes because A, it was just for further security, and B, just to make sure that I passed well. And thankfully, I did just that. I fulfilled my end of the bargain with a 2.0. Yeah, I mean, it was during a chaotic time when I was writing my BA thesis. I was like in and out of myself trying to get through my arguments with Mrs. Dalloway. But there was just a lot I learned from Virginia Woolf and, what Mrs. Dalloway had to offer. So, at least with this topic that I have right now, I really do hope to be a lot better because sometimes it is, you know, easier said than done to acquire a lot of top grades. Because for some people there is a specific method on how they achieve top grades, but it's really up to people who are interested to understand, okay, this is where they're coming from, right?
Yeah.
So there were even days where I was just so damn frustrated, like I was begging to like redo the exam, but it's like in my university, if you pass, you pass. You can't really do much about it. But should you fail, you have to retake the exam.
Yeah, and that's why college isn't for everyone.
Well, it depends on where you want to be. It depends also what you want to study. Because it
Yeah.
seems like for the United States, you know, most of the most of the yeah most of the on demand um, subjects are usually in STEM, or should I say science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I'm just mad at is just, I don't know, everyone
Mm,
at the time. Um, you know, and I was sort of a little, I mean, I wouldn't say I was a troublemaker kid, but I had some fights with some teachers, like argument fights.
mm,
I even like was threatening them and stuff. Like there was one time that I went in the school, and this was like on a Saturday when I was a sophomore, and I went inside to jump my teacher, but then I gave up. But the janitor caught me, and he was almost calling the cops.
mm.
And I begged my knees for mercy, and he let me go. And I was 17. I was a 17-year-old kid.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. And that's
and
another thing about academia. I'm also I mean, yeah, I don't like to sound like I'm complaining, but the thing I've also realized, or the disadvantage about academia, is that it can be pretty lonely. You know, the chances of you um, having a social life can be quite slight.
yeah,
But I could see where it's coming from, you know, because everybody's got their own dramas to deal with, and it's important to just at least practice some type of distance, right?
yeah,
Of course, and you know, I will give school this. At least, you know, there is the chance of backing myself up for the rest of my life, especially for jobs that call for people to explain well and people to, you know, just empower others, you know? And
yeah,
of course, since my field is in the humanities, I mean, I think it's more legitimate to say that I found my niche and I'm not afraid to have a go at it.
yeah. And it's like now, like I don't know. I just get angry at like people on YouTube,
Mm.
you know, because like I don't deal with some clowns on the internet, and you dealt with some clowns too.
Yep.
Yeah. Because like if I like say something wrong, they disrespect me.
Yeah.
Stuff.
The people can't respect other people's opinions anymore.
Yeah, because they want to be dickheads. So you know what? I'm going to be a dickhead back to them.
Mm.
Although it might make it worse, but you know what? I don't give a shit because at the end of the
They
day,
need to understand that there are some boundaries that they should never cross.
yeah,
Mm.
and even like there was this one dude who I don't know if he's a troll or not, but it's like every time when I make a post on my community tab or a video, this dude just says hi or hi there. Like he just comments saying hi, 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 and then
Mm.
he copies and pastes like a Disney video. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I don't know. It's on my community tab. Like he's just he's so obsessed with me.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's wrong with certain people sometimes.
Yeah, and he even does it to other people too, not just me.
Mm, very weird.
Yeah. He's I mean, I don't know about that, but he's like much worse.
Oh,
I had a great 4th of July myself. Chili dogs and mustard, cheese and mustard. Oh, that's nice.
oh yeah.
And that's another thing too, is that I need to stop worrying about stupid shit.
Yeah, I've also dealt with I've also dealt with dickheads from my high school who were bragging about, you know, their grades, some of their grades being better than mine. Like I had this colleague who was like bragging about, oh, I got this better history grade than you because I said you didn't. Yeah, fuck him. I'm sorry to say this, but fuck him.
But you know what? I don't give a shit about grades. How about
Yeah,
that?
and then you know the same dickhead told me that he had a better score in physics when he didn't even help me and another colleague out in our Pearl principle or like values formation periodical exam, which is a project based one. Yeah, the audacity of that dude. And guess what? He did not end up in honors. Yeah, it just shows you right there, right? Just shows you right there that if you choose to if you choose to be an idiot and brag about the shit about certain shit, then the respect that I have for you is going to be diminished.
Yeah.
That just shows you right there. You better be careful. That's why I was so happy that after high school and even graduating with honors, which I did not even expect, I was so happy in my film school. That was where I did a lot better in. And I ended up having a great grade, a much better grade than what I had in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Middle school was also pretty bad too.
Well, at least in terms of grades, middle school was way more enjoyable.
Really, I'm shocked because a lot of
Well,
people
in
say
terms
middle
of
school was terrible.
Well, I think in terms of, well, I guess it's just because with middle school, there were some problems there, but I think with middle school, well, seventh and eighth grade, I think the main reason why I said that those times were better was because I was in a, I was in a Christian school. The kids there were, for the
Oh,
most part, really cool, and I think it was because I had more fun with the subjects.
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, for the most part, I did.
No, I mean, like, I didn't know that you were in a private Christian school or whatever.
It was a school run by missionaries.
Yeah.
It was actually one of the best schools I went to.
Yeah. But I think that, like, after when I graduated elementary school, I think that, like, in when I went to middle school and high school, things were getting bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Things got chaotic in high school. But I'm still glad I made it out alive. I mean, even with all the chaos that was going on.
Yeah.
Mm,
And, like, I was even, like, trying to get my revenge on people who I didn't really like and, like,
mm,
tracking them down and shit like that. I'm like, this is a waste of my time.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know. But I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know.
Mm. Yeah, I know. It's been really tiring when I think about it, because the thing I've also realized about a lot of a good chunk of my former batchmates is they don't know how good they think they have it. Like me personally, I'm growing my channel. I've been growing my channel for what feels like, a decade. And I haven't even reached like more subscribers, like 100,000 or something like that. But it's a bit complicated, really, because I know that it's also about using yourself as a brand, and sometimes I had to also find certain loopholes just to get by, or get by trying to, you know, achieve more subscribers, right?
Yeah.
And it's not just like constant uploading and like trying to get yourself out there more often.
Yeah. It's quite a shame, really.
Hmm.
You know, it's like not a lot of people don't like high school. You know, you're one of those people. I'm one of those people. You know, it's just
But
like college.
at least I learned what I had to learn in high school. I mean, I was in the string ensemble for 4 years, and I never took the violin for granted. But I kind of knew back then that I would never have had a future playing for some professional orchestra. Amateur would be as far as I could go, because like if I were to like practice in or be in a full-fledged orchestra, I would have to be fully familiarized with classical texts and various genres, and it's like there's so much that I still want to do with the rest of my freaking life, especially as a performing artist, as a content creator, because let's face it, I can't just find myself being pigeonholed in violin forever.
Yeah.
And believe me, I mean, you know what? These days in my master's program, I'm still lucky that I did way better than in my bachelor's, because my bachelor's back then was a mess. But the fact that I still managed to graduate with honors should say a lot.
Yeah. It's very interesting. Well,
Thanks.
I gotta go. I'm a little sleepy.
Yeah, same here.
I will. I'll see you guys later. You guys take well.
Yeah.
You guys take care, and you guys have a nice day. And
And
I will
please
see
don't
you
forget
guys.
to subscribe to Tyrannotherium's channel. He's a really cool guy, and he needs a lot of your support and love.
Oh wait, he said one more. Wait, yeah. What is it, Tony Montana? Wait, I've done a little recent to listen. He sadly passed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tony Montana.
Mm,
But anyways, you guys have a nice day. I will talk to
mm.
you guys later. Okay.
Don't forget to subscribe to Tyrannotherium's channel, everybody.
Yep. And don't forget to subscribe to Antony.
Thank you so much.